Hello my beautiful sorcerers, welcome back to Dark Art Sessions. Today we are doing a review of Makers Central. This is an event that was held at the NEC and it brings all the creative people together. I am so sorry, I have got cat hair stuck to me. We have a cat on my lap, so she's here for the review as well. So it's not just me doing this review, I've got Alex with me as well because he came with me and we both went to Makers Central together and made a huge group of incredible new friends in addition to the ones we made the year before. So it really is an incredible event. So first of all, Alex, what did you think of Makers Central?
I absolutely loved it. I walked away. It was great seeing old friends. I'm going to jump to the Saturday night bit of everyone in the bar at the Hilton having drinks, just chatting. We've been lucky last year and this year to be invited with the exhibitors to join them. Chatting to like 1 o'clock in the morning about YouTube videos and stuff was... and a few stories. Me getting sent to the bar with someone's bank card. I'd only met them like near enough an hour beforehand because, Alex, you're tall and have beard. You go get beer because you'll get served.
You literally do though, you literally do. But let's just roll back very, very quickly. What is Makers Central? It is an event held at the NEC where lots of different creators come together, they exhibit what they do, there's talks, there's meetups, it's just incredible. You've got things from people that do resin, you've got pyrography, I came back with a pyrography machine because I couldn't not. You've got people that do painting as well, I came back with pouring paints. Always come back with something every year. What else is there? There's blacksmiths, there's loads of lumberjacks, and now they've got a photographer. 2 photographers, you've got me and Alex. So it really is an incredible event and there is something for everybody. And to the point where I actually took my parents with me this time for the Sunday to have a look around and they both had a great time, which was just wonderful.
Talking about lumberjacks, there's a lot of people with beards. And your mum came out with the best comment, I think, for the whole weekend.
Oh my God. So yeah, my mum was like, this is really surreal. I was like, why? She went, everybody looks like Alex. Lots of beards. It's just the most wonderful place. And yeah, everyone's so friendly. And if you do decide to go to Makers Central, make sure you stay over and join us for drinks on the Saturday night because it really is such an amazing event and you can make so many incredible connections. It's just wonderful.
Yeah. So, like you said, we walked around. There'll be video clips mixed into this. I will apologise now for the video clips that I took. They are a bit shaky. I have put them through stabilisation, but that kind of made me feel seasick. So I apologise. I didn't take the image stabilised with us, so notes for next time, next year, more videos. I wish I'd taken more videos. Honestly, like the droids.
There's robots everywhere. Honestly, everywhere.
I think, like you say, like there's a bit for everything and for everyone. That includes, like, if you're a cosplayer, we had cosplayers there dressed up as characters from Star Wars. You had the UK droid builders there with, I don't know how many R2-D2 units they had. They had a steampunk one, which I'm in love with. If I could buy it, I would. You met Staffordshire Ghostbusters, so they were there with like the proton packs that they've built from the original film, from Afterlife, from Frozen Empire. You got a good couple of photos with them.
Here it is.
And that. Yeah, we'll be putting. You'll be seeing like bits that we're doing, and then of course I want to mention Colin. So Colin first was there. If you don't know who he is, where have you been living under a rock? Because
do you know what? I didn't know who he was until like 2 years ago.
So
I do live under a rock.
Saying that he lives under a rock is probably quite accurate. He is quite famous now for building an underground tunnel system under his house. He's got a bunker down there. He's currently digging out a garage. And you could go to his stand on the Saturday. You couldn't do it on the Sunday because he sold out. And buy a jar of dirt from under his house.
Imagine being that famous. Imagine. Oh, it's incredible. But he seemed really, really lovely. There was a massive queue to meet him, so we didn't join that queue because I don't like waiting in queues. And then we had Hacksmith as well.
Now, the best way to describe Hacksmith, and I've spent the last month when people said, "Who's Hacksmith?" and I've been trying to. He built the real life lightsaber. No, the best way to describe Hacksmith is if the comic books write it, he can probably build it. And that is the most accurate. He has done a lightsaber. He was giving out as prizes some mini lightsabers and that. So that was great. But I think going back, it is such a big community of people. Like, you were shocked on the Saturday night. So we got to the bar before quite a few other people. So we were just sat there. We'd gone for dinner. We were tired because we'd eaten too much.
Oh, yes. Vietnamese food.
And we were just sat there, and I was eavesdropping on a conversation between three ladies. And they were just talking about YouTube and stuff. And then they got into the conversation of, what's the weirdest video you've got sucked into? And one of them mentioned it. I won't mention it here because I don't want to make you feel ill. And I just then stood up out of nowhere. And this is out of character for me. This really shows how much Maker Central makes me comfortable with the community. I walked up and went, "Excuse me, not being rude, but can I come and join your conversation because it sounds epic?" And that was it. That was the start. That was the group starting. Then we got introduced to Claire's Crafty Corner, and we ended up sitting with her. Then everyone came back from the sponsors event, and that's when the drinking started, the talking. You just talk about everything, like what you've been up to, being introduced to everyone. I think you'd do a big shout out to Jamie because he was literally like going, "You need to talk to Corrine. You need to talk to Corrine."
If you need a networking hype guy, Jamie is the person. Definitely. The Custom Cave on Instagram. Go and check him out.
And we were talking, we were chatting till like the early hours of the morning. We left about 1:30 because we were in the Moxie again, so we had to go back to our room. Plus, meeting your parents, we wanted to be alive.
Yeah, and I don't drink. Like, Maker Central is probably the only time that I have a drink every year. So, yeah, I held my drink quite well.
Yeah.
It's good. It's great. It's a lovely bunch of people, and you feel comfortable with them as well. Guarantee you'll have a good time. If you're a maker and you're a weirdo, come along to Maker Central.
The one drawback I think might be from this year, the layout of the hall seemed a lot better, but a lot less. Like last year, Dremel were there; they weren't there this year. But I wouldn't put you off from going. There is plenty to do. There's plenty to see, plenty to try. Like you did the wood burning stuff. I'm not going to even try and pronounce that.
Oh, pyrography. Yes, this is what I made when I was there. Hopefully that's in focus. Here we go. Hopefully you can see that. I don't have my glasses on because I've got sick of the glare. But this is what I made. And where are the others?
Over here. So, we went and saw it last year. And we came back and we bought a Hobbycraft branded kit.
I'm not slagging off Hobbycraft, but this piece of kit was terrible.
And this is what you made last year sitting at home. And you were like, no.
It was barely burning. I really, really had to dig into this one. However, I bought a proper machine from Maker Central this year, and this is what it looks like. How much better is that? And there's also a design on the back. So yeah, it goes without saying, if you want to do wood burning, invest in the machine.
Yeah. So we tried that. There was like electronics. There's make with makers. So this was like puppets, bath bombs.
Leather key rings.
Yeah.
You can make your own leather key ring where you imprint letters and designs on it. It's incredible.
Yeah. And then next door to them was electronics. So you could really simple electronics that you could build. I think they had something like a burglar alarm that you could build and some other things. There was an crafty, there was an art one just further down from where we were, and then there was also something else in the far corner, but I couldn't work out what they were actually doing. But again, it was busy. Everyone was there. Everyone was getting involved. It wasn't like you could walk up and just do it. It was a case of you had to queue or book in. And of course the blacksmiths were there, so they were doing like nails and things like hooks and stuff that you could actually have a go at making yourself as well as doing demos. But the question for you, Corrine, are you going next year?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Are you going for a particular reason?
I hope so. So I haven't contacted Maker Central about this yet. They're probably going to find out in a video before I actually send them an email. But next year I'm hoping to be exhibiting at Maker Central. I'm working on a project called Legacy of Creatives. Essentially, I want to do a big creative collaboration with all of the people, hopefully, that we met at Maker Central and other creatives too. What I'm going to do is photograph people using the wet plate collodion process, which is a 170-year-old photographic process. And it really, really is a complex process and it's so much fun to do. And I think it's going to be something that's going to bring everybody together, and hopefully people will start taking creatives seriously, especially people that work full time in the creative industry. So this is a project that I feel quite strongly about, and the other reason I'm doing this is because I miss everybody and I want them to come around and play. So if you are a creator and you want to be involved in this, please drop me an email at corrine@darkartsessions.co.uk, and I'm hoping to exhibit all of these images at Maker Central next year.
So if you missed the email address, it will be in the comments below. Please send us an email. If you send us a message on our socials, we will get back to you, but we will also ask you to email us, because we will then use your email to send you a form to complete, as we don't know where you are. You could be up in Scotland, and if we get a large enough group in certain areas, rather than having people come down to us, we might come up to you for this as well.
I'm so excited. I'm actually buzzing for this project. It's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be filming it all the way through, so I'm going to get to shout out about all the creators as well.
So from that, you can tell we had an amazing time. We are definitely going back next year. Apart from exhibiting, we'd like to do some demos of like the experimental photography that you do, and that will be there. Come along next year. If you went this year, let us know in the comments what you thought of it. Tell us what you would want to see next year as well. Like, I'm sure there's plenty more makers and creatives out there that could enhance the community and show off your stuff. Don't be scared to contact makers. And that we've been there for 2 years now. We feel like part of the family there. It's absolutely lovely, and I've thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I can't wait for next year.
And can somebody please tag the creators of Maker Central, the person that brought everybody together, because I think they deserve to be in my project and have their portrait taken as well.
And I guess with that, we're going to say goodbye. We absolutely enjoyed our time. We hope if you were there, you enjoyed yourselves. And if you weren't there, why weren't you there? And get your tickets for next year when they come available.
Definitely.
There will be more videos coming up, so keep your eye on our socials. Don't forget, we have a weekly podcast of what we're up to. You can find that on all the major platforms as well as on our YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe and follow to everything. And I guess till next time, Corrine, I will see you soon.
See you soon.